Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. To start off, you're going to need 1 cup of softened butter. Mine wasn't softened, so I put it in the microwave, but it ended up melting, so I don't recommend doing that. And then 1 cup of brown sugar. Make sure you pack it into the cup. This part is really important, or else it won't measure correctly, so that's just what I'm doing here. Here's me looking for my next ingredient when it was literally right in front of me. You're gonna need 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and just dump that into your bowl. And then you're gonna mix it together. If you're a normal person that doesn't have spaghetti noodle arms, you can probably just do this with a whisk, but I'm using this mixer because I'm not strong at all. Then you're just gonna mix it together until it's smooth, and then once it's all nice and smooth, you're gonna go ahead and add in 2 eggs. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then once you add that, you're gonna mix it together on medium, or again, if you're just using your arm, you can just do that until it looks like this, nice and smooth. Then in a separate bowl, here's me looking for the flour again. In a separate bowl, you're gonna do 1/2 regular flour to 1/2 cake flour. The cake flour is gonna make the cookies nice and thick. And then you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Once you got that in there, you're gonna add a little bit of baking soda. You can use 3/4 of a teaspoon. And then 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I accidentally dumped in way too much, so I had to estimate this, but it turned out fine. Once you add that, you're gonna mix up all of your dry ingredients. I used a whisk for this because it was easy. And then you're gonna slowly scoop in the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. Don't do it all at once, or else you'll get powder and flour everywhere. Once it looks something like this, you can go ahead and add in 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. I like to use a semi-sweet, but you can use whatever you want. Should look something like this. Then you're gonna get some plastic wrap and scoop out your dough and wrap it up. That way it makes it easier to scoop it out later on. I hate using plastic wrap. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm bad at it. And then you're gonna let your dough chill for at least an hour. Sometimes I like to leave mine in overnight, but it doesn't really matter. During this hour, I just went outside to enjoy the weather. I did some homework outside. It was pretty nice. Then once the hour is up, you're gonna preheat your oven to 410 degrees and take your dough out of the refrigerator. Then I grabbed 2 baking sheets. I don't recommend using more than 2 at a time because then the cookies don't cook as evenly. I also grabbed some parchment paper. You can use cooking spray, but I just find that parchment paper works better, and it also is easier to clean up after. So then you're just gonna scoop out your dough and put it into little balls so that they cook evenly. And then once that's done, you can put it in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes or until they're a golden brown color. And they should look like this. Once you get them out of the oven, I usually like to put them on a cooling rack so that the underneath doesn't burn. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you just eat them. They're really good.